I'll tell you what, Gray Holmes texted me earlier, said he's supposed to take a deposition at Alvin S. And they couldn't do it because y'all were on shutdown, lockdown because of COVID or something.
Nah, they stay on lockdown. What I understand the problem is they're very, very, very understaffed. And so, I don't know what, they have shortages on shifts and not many corrections officers, so they end up, being on lockdown.
Right.
That's at least what they tell us,
Right.
When was that he was here?
Literally, no, he didn't go. He was supposed to go, but he texted me 2 or 3 hours ago and said that.
Huh. Yeah. And then, when they're short-staffed and they have fights, they all have to leave and go to that particular place, and so they just lock everything down.
Right. I got you.
Man, I got stories to tell y'all when I get out of here. Shit you wouldn't believe.
Yeah, but I can't imagine.
No, you really can't. You can't. I'm telling you.
Hey, Bud, have you talked to Jim and Dick or whomever else about filing bankruptcy, bro?
Yeah, we've discussed it, but there's some timing.
It's almost like you're stuck in bankruptcy right now, but you got all the bad from it, but none of the good from it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they're trying to. They asked, Jim and Dick wrote a memo for Tiller to go argue about that. They just said it's absolutely as wrong as it can possibly be. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
That it's just wrong. So they're talking about, I'm not really familiar with this, but apparently there's a civil remedy. What is it? I've heard of the writ of mandamus, but I don't really know what it is. But it must be something that gives you quick turnaround.
Right.
When
it's
you got immediate harm.
To the Supreme Court. Yeah.
So, that's what they're going to do if, he's going to deny it, and he's going to do it. But they at least told me, Dick came to see me yesterday and told me that the Supreme Court, they filed I've heard of this too, but I didn't know what it is. You know what a habeas corpus a writ of habeas corpus is?
I know it's something directly to the Supreme Court, but other than that, no, I don't know.
So apparently, there's nobody with this kind of stuff that has ever not gotten a bond. It might be a huge bond, but they get a bond, and you're constitutionally entitled to a bond for non-capital offenses, is what they tell me. Constitutionally entitled. And because it's a constitutional violation, you can file a writ of habeas corpus. Same thing like writ of mandamus for a civil charge. Habeas corpus is for a criminal charge. I think they're the same thing, just one's criminal and one's civil. And anyway, they initially said they weren't going to expedite it, but then they said they are going to expedite it, and they gave the Attorney General 10 days to respond. I don't get my hopes up about anything because I don't think normal rules apply to me right now, but they seem to think that if the Supreme Court wasn't going to do something, that they wouldn't have done that. So they're at least optimistic they're going to do something.
Right.
The Attorney General only asked for $200,000 bond, they could give me, a $20 million bond, but, and comply with the Constitution. But I'm being facetious. I think it's got to be, reasonable, but they could say $5 million.
You wouldn't think the judge would say more than what the Attorney General asked for,
Well, he said no bond.